Hi everyone. So today LDRS Creative has launched their new Daybreak collection. They're on their site, ldrscreative.com. I know a lot of times we associate them with HSN, but they do have their own storefront, ldrscreative.com, and that's where you'll find these new goodies. So a lot of new items. I have quite a few here to share with you guys. Some of them are continued collections, which is really great. So you can add on to your collection if you've started with these guys, or just pick them up now and then you can pick up some other pieces that coordinate back, but we'll talk about that when we get there. But these items were sent free of charge for my review. Of course, all opinions are my own, and I will have the links in the description box that are affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links. So thank you for using those if you would like to. There's a lot to get to, so we're just going to jump right in and then we'll create a card today. So the travel word dies I might show later. Well, I'll go ahead and show them now. So there's this set in here that are like hot air balloons, and that's kind of what these words go with. Of course, they can go with anything that you would want to pair these with, but you have words like bon voyage, take flight. So there's take and flight, and they do have the background die for them. So a beautiful script, really nice size. Let me see if I can show you kind of the sizing on these. Like the word flight is just over 2 inches. You know, the word take is like 1 3/4, so really, really nice. And then in the other direction, let's say almost 1.5 inches, right? And then these are smaller words, but bon voyage. You have you have journey and enjoy. So enjoy the journey, or any mix of those words, right? So very lovely travel word dies that essentially go along with these guys, but I didn't want to talk about this later, so I'm just going to put it here. Okay, so there are some layering dies. Excuse me, I'm just so excited. I'm getting ahead of myself. I was going to say, these are the kinds of things that fly out because people really do love the LDRS Creative layering dies. They're really awesome. This was called Pinpoint Ovals dies. There are 8 dies in here. I'll tell you the largest. Yeah, this is what I was wondering. So you see this oval is very elongated, right? The way they do it. And some people, maybe it's a little bit more round or however. So I was curious if it matched some of their other ovals, and it does say a coordinating product is the hand-torn ovals. So you'll know that you can layer those guys up. But this guy, the largest one, I'm looking metal to metal, but there isn't very much metal on the edge, so it'll give you an idea. Just over 6 inches. Well, yeah, just over about 6 inches. So there you go. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of right on there. And the width in the other direction is just about 4 inches. So 6 by 4, a little bit smaller than that. And then the little guy inside here, I'm looking at cutting edge is like 1 1/16 by 5/8 of an inch. Okay, so all those layers in between. I love the little dotting on that. Very cute. This one's called Pinpoint Rectangles. It does say it coordinates with the hand-torn rectangles. In that set, there are 3 dies. And this one, there are 7. And I'm trying to see cutting edge to cutting edge. It's just shy of 5.5, so I'm assuming it's going to be just shy of 4 1/4. Yeah. So it's a nice matte layer for 5.5, 4 1/4, your A2 size, with a little bit of edge around the edge of it. So I really like that because that's the kind of thing I like to do when I do my matte layers. Beautiful little pinpoint dots, and then it also has this little line. Yeah, so this one just has the pinpoint dots, and then this one has like this extra embossed line right here. Of course, you can pair these guys up and make like frames, but essentially they're made to be on their own there. Again, 7 dies in that set, so the smallest one looks like it cuts just about like 1 7/8 of an inch, almost 2 inches, right? By 5/8 of an inch in the other direction. Okay, and then in between. And this one, I just love this kind of thing. So this is the mixed postage rectangle die set. There's 8 of them, and you can see you have this outer one with that embossed line, kind of like what we saw over here. But when you get to these other ones, it doesn't have the embossed line. It has little dots. And then this inside one just makes a little frame if you want. Or a matte layer, right, for this guy. So there are 8 dies on that one. They're showing you some inspo there. And let me give you a little quick measurement. Again, just shy of 5.5 inches. So just shy of 4 1/4 in the other direction too. So 4 1/8 or so. And then the smallest label. Well, let me give you the sizing on this guy because the small label is a little bit different. So that largest guy here is about 2 1/4 by 1 inch, and then this matte layer if you want to use that. Love these. So this is the one I was talking about that they already have a collection about postage, right? Or postage collage, and I've shown you a few here. There were some on HSN. I believe they have another one with the March 4th craft day coming up. There's another kit that has this kind of thing, the This one's Picnic Days. I believe the other one's more like a floral. So again, mix and matching them with the stamps, with, you know, this mask, with the die sets that go along with it. So I do have some different things here. So the nested postage collage dies. So this one has the outer piece, and again, that just makes a nice matte layer for a card with the postage edge. But then you have this bit here that is the one that works with the layering stencils, right? So you have all this cuteness, you have little stitching, little lines, embossing, and then you have all these little guys that help you cut out some of the images from these stamp sets. So again, there are several different stamp sets. They have spring ones and winter ones and all these different occasions. So these guys all go together. So if you have these, you can cut out some of the stamps from the other stamp sets, right? Photopolymer stamps always. So we have that. And then this is another set that can also coordinate back. So this one just has the edges, you don't have the postage edge, and it's a little more simplified. And then you have all these pieces that also will cut out these guys over here. Yeah, and they look like they're slightly different sizes. Can you see how this one has like a bigger layer than like that guy? So again, mix and match ability between both of them. This is postage collage. This one's called nested postage collage, okay? And on the back here, they're showing you all these examples and ways of using them. Super cute, look at this. Oh my goodness, I think that's the one we have here. Okay. Stamps that go along. Again, photopolymer stamps. You have the cute little butterflies, little hat that is so cute, handle with care. Happiness is fresh air and good friend. Nothing is better than a picnic. It's picnic season. All these cute things. Of course, the cancellation. Adorable. Again, all super mix and match. There is this utility piece, the postage collage mask stencil. So let's say maybe you just want to do some stamping. Maybe you want to color something. Maybe you want to ink up an area and just have the little mask ready to go to help you do those things. You can definitely do that with this set. So you have the frame, but then you also have the little pieces that fell out that will also help you mask. So you can use this all together. You can use, you know, one piece here and there, however you want to use it. But this is very useful to have for that collection. And then this is the new set, the Picnic Days Postage Collage. There are 4 layering stencils in here. Hopefully you can kind of see what's going on here. You have the little bee, of course, the different layers there. You have a basket with like apples, possibly peaches. They look like apples to me. Butterflies over here, super cute. A little kite scenery. You have that watermelon with like the little checkered, I would say tablecloth, but yeah, I guess, or, you know, blanket. And then you have the lemonade with the lemons, and that is so cute. So you can see back here kind of what each one does. And that was a really nice example again over here that we saw. So again, we've tried those guys out in the past. This is the newer design right here, and what they're showing you here, which is the one I just showed you. So I don't know right now off the top of my head, because I'm doing this before the launch, if some of these things are going to be sold in bundles. I assume they will do that because they have been doing that there on LDRS Creative, but I usually just put the link to the whole new collection so you can see everything, and then whatever I work with here individually. But if there are bundles, I'll just say, you know, there are, including bundles or something in the description box. Check this out. Fruit tree, everything. All right, so you have the stamp. Photopolymer stamp, huge guy. Let me see, this guy is almost 5 inches, like 4 3/4 by 5 1/4 or so. You have the lemons, the beautiful, obviously florals that go along with the lemons. My little flowers, I just think about it, haven't blossomed yet. Very soon on my citrus outside. Those will be coming. But hope springs eternal. Today is another amazing day, and so many of my smiles begin with you. I love citrus things just because I live in California too, and it's just very fresh. I love it. So stamp. Maybe you want the die for the stamp, right? So cut that out. It has all the sentiments, and they have background stamp or dies, excuse me, for these sentiments, which is really nice. So you can really pop those. Look at that. Okay, well, how about layering stencil to color in that stamp? So they have the 4-piece layering stencil here. As you can see, this first one has like the lemons and some of the greenery. This other one has some other different parts of the lemons, some of the flowers. This one has a different lemon, some greenery, some flowers, and then the last one finishes up with another shade for your lemons, so you can get some variation of color like this showing here. And that is really how they are. Some of them are like that, a lot deeper yellow, almost orangey, and brighter and lighter. It just depends on where they are when they bloomed, right? Lovely. Well, how about the embossing folder also for this thing? So it can have a lot of texture, a lot of detail, and I think this is so awesome. I love it. These are 3D embossing folders. So you definitely want to use a machine that can accommodate that. Let me tell you, I think this is 6 inch, does it say? Yeah, 6 by 6, so I don't have to measure that for you guys. It's already on there, and I can feel even out here, there's texture to it. It's so pretty. This is going to be a lot of fun. I love the little flowers there. A lot of times the flowers do come out a little bit purple. They're like white with a little bit of purple in them. Just depends on the citrus and the variety. They're really gorgeous. So lots of ways to detail and color and just use that. It's really, really gorgeous. This is called In the Garden, and it is a huge photopolymer stamp. It has thicker edges. I don't know if you can see like the detail of it, and where this has thinner lines. This one's a very different kind of style. Really, really pretty. I thought this would be really gorgeous for some nice backgrounds, and then just a sentiment, you know, popped on top. And does it say on here how big it is? Is it not? Okay. So I'm looking at it. It's like 6.5 inches, if not slightly smaller than that, by like just smaller than 4.5. Love the flowers on this. This is so pretty. Layering stencil, you guys. I'm a fan of the stencils. So we have it here. 3 layering stencils, and maybe we'll work with this one today because it's these 2 pieces, and we'll pop a little sentiment on because we are going through everything. I usually try to do something a little faster. You do have, again, all these florals for these gorgeous flowers. I don't know if it has a name of this type of flower. It's just In the Garden. Let me see. Okay. So they're just really pretty. To me, they look very tropical. Almost like a magnolia-ish, which I guess I don't know if that's tropical, but we used to have magnolia trees in Georgia. Really, really gorgeous. Lovely. And then all the different layers. So on the first one, you have these guys. The second one, you have these guys. And the third one, more of the greenery. It looks like more than anything on the last one. Centers, you know, petals and all those kinds of gorgeous things. That one, again, is In the Garden. And then we have this cutie, the hot air balloons. So the hot air balloons, we have a 6-inch 3D embossing folder. Super cute. I love these little guys. Look how cute. Again, that's what I'm saying. I can feel like the texture on the outside. You can kind of see that it's a little bit rounded out here. Really, really adorable. I love the little clouds. Very stylized and kind of fun, right? And then you have the layering stencil. So you run your paper through, or you do this first and then run it through your paper. Only use a bit of it if you're going to do like a background for an A2 or whatever, right? 6 inches here, so you can cut down your paper however you want. I really like the idea that they have here. They just did the thing and then used like a circular stamp to just cut out, circular stamp. My goodness, a circular die to cut out certain areas. Maybe they did the die first, then this, the stenciling, and then found the spot that you need it to be in here so you can run it through. That way it stays nice and rounded, right? Instead of cutting it out afterwards. And then the hot air balloon 2 layering stencils. So you have your balloons and then the clouds on this one, it looks like. That's what keeps them separate. And then your texture comes from this guy, right? So really, really nice. And again, we have the travel word dies that you can pair with these things. So really well thought out collection, this release. Lots of more pieces. This is some of it, so definitely check it out. And I will get started. So let me grab some paper, some inks, whatever it is that we need to make a really sweet card. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so today we'll be using the hot air balloons embossing folder and the stencils, and then I have some inks here. Probably going to use the postcard here and maybe a sentiment from the travel word set. So, I didn't mean to have that. I have some white paper here. That's what I'll be stenciling, but you can stencil on any light colored paper, it just looks a little different if you were to do that. So this is actually some A2 size paper here. And I'm just going to cut it at 4 1/4 in the length or width. Is that width? I don't know. 4 1/4 and then 5.5 direction and 5.5 inches on the other side. We'll be scoring there. So just turn this way, and so now I have an A2 size that's 4 1/4 by 5.5, but opening in like a portrait mode. You can just open it this way too if you like. That's kind of cute, something different. Okay, so we'll have that. This one I'm not going to cut. Well, I'll cut it right now just over 4 1/4, just to trim it down so I don't have this whole thing sticking out. But we are going to use this die to trim this down a little bit. So there's that. It is a little bit wider than 4 1/4, but it is 5.5 inches on this other way. But you can see I'll be able to use this die to cut that out very easily. And I think we should first stencil, die cut the shape, and then run it through the embossing folder. So I'll be doing today. So I do have some small finger daubers because I do want to do some different things with the colors. And what we have here as far as the stencils is this one has all of the balloon portions, right? And then this one has clouds and then little baskets. So I'm gonna do something with that. And let's just start with this guy. And again, we are going to trim this down, but I'm kind of looking at this. If I had my sentiment here, let's see, something like that. That looks pretty good. Okay, if you have a grip mat, great time to use it. If you don't, you know, you can just tape this down, however it is that you like to get these things done. I'm just going to use regular old mats since not everybody has grip mats. And I just want to show you what I normally do is I'll just tape a little bit on the sides. And I still hold it with my hand. I don't know, I have other ways of holding down stencils with like magnetic mats and things like that, and I still hold it with my hand. You know, it just, that's what I'm used to. Okay, so as far as these balloons, I brought out these colors that are a little brighter and have a little fun mixing some of them, maybe like these guys and then these guys. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little red dauber, a little yellow dauber, and just open these guys up. And just kind of start over here, maybe a little red. And these are the LDRS Creative Hybrid inks you can find on their site. A little yellow, maybe a little blending in the center there. And maybe this one's, let's see. Nope, see, I knew I was gonna do that. So maybe this one's just red. And this one down here is just yellow. So let's leave those for a moment, and then I'm gonna do this purple and blue, and hopefully I don't keep mixing up my fingers here. Blue, this looks purple. Purple, bluish. And I'm just putting the color down, but you can definitely like do in a way that's kind of down here and kind of down here, so it leaves like a little area in the center across like the midsection of it, so it looks more rounded. I hope that makes sense what I'm saying, but I'm just doing it this way. And maybe a little blue one down in here. And maybe just a little purple over here. Let me do a little more on this side since I got that on there kind of dark. Okay. And a little more blended over here. Okay, maybe I'm just playing with the same colors. I mean, obviously I can bring in more colors, but let's get this little red guy over here. And a little purple one in here. Maybe a bit of yellow over here. And then maybe a little red there, blending into some of this yellow. Oh, no, don't move. See? There we go. Let's put this back. There we go. And that's why I usually hold it anyway, like I had mentioned, and I wasn't holding it, was I? There we go. Looks like a little shave ice. Okay. A little more blue up here. Just filling in whatever it is. Like that. I like the yellow. Quite a bit of yellow here. Alright. And maybe some blue over here too. And just filling in the rest of these a little lightly like that. And let's make this one a little bit red. Over here. Is that everybody? There's a little bit here, but I know the dye's going to cut that out. So, okay. Let me clean this up. I will say when you're using hybrid inks like these, sometimes it'll stay in the plastic because it's just pigmented the way they are. Not the biggest deal. It's plastic, it's fine. But go ahead and rinse that off pretty quickly. Love the colors on it. It's so cute. Okay, so now this one, I guess I could have put these guys away. We don't need these. I'm going to do the accents, the clouds, and the little baskets, basically. So, you have etchings here. To show you, you kind of line those up with the balloons that are on here, and that looks really nice and perfect. Okay, and again, I'll just tape these guys down here and here, and all I have here are, again, some little clouds. I'll get a little bit closer so you can see it better. So I have some light blue, and then I grabbed black. Maybe I'll make the baskets brown, right? They're usually like a little brown. I'll do like a light brown so they pop a little more. So this one looks brown, and a light blue for the clouds. So I'll just come in again with these little clouds. And when I stencil, I'm not trying to like super color things in. I just kind of do a little more organically instead of like really just putting it on there. But whatever your style is, will look great. How cute are those? Oh my gosh. I am making it a little darker closer to the balloon and then kind of out when they're on there. Oh, the little clouds are adorable. Is that it? Okay, there's a little one over here that I doubt is going to show up. All right, well, there's those guys. And then I'm going to do brown here for our baskets. Basket there. Again, some of these are going to get cut off, but I'm just going to make sure to do the stenciling just in case. All right, so here and here and here and one more there. And I think that is it. So let's remove that. I mean, this makes a really beautiful background, you know, without even using the embossing folder. I know we love a good embossing folder and stencil set, so I'm sure that's what everybody will want. Let me clean up, and we will die cut this, and then we'll run through the embossing folder. Okay, so just wash those. Ready to go for next time. And I'm just going to die cut this. Oh, they use the same postage. I don't know, in my mind, postage and like travel, I don't know, it goes hand in hand. So that's why I chose this one. I was going to grab the other one, but the other rectangular one, but here we are. So let's use that. And again, just kind of eyeballing, maybe down here-ish. I think that'll be cute. Okay, so I'm just going to run that through, and then we'll run through the embossing folder. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I ran it through my Spellbinders Platinum 6 because I'm going to use the embossing folder, and it works really well with this system. Look how cute. Got a little schmutz from my cutting plate there. Adorable. Love it. And for this one, we're going to use... Oh, I should have this turned up the other way. It doesn't matter, obviously, as you saw, but I do like to have this face up. Just adapter plate and platform base A, if this is the universal system I'm using in the Spellbinders Platinum 6, but, you know, excuse me, but whatever you need for your embossing and die cutting machine, do that for a 3D embossing folder. So when I take this guy, I'll clean that up a little bit. I'm just going to line it up. So just get that. I love it. Look at that. So I'm just lining up like the little round bulbous nature of these guys. Look at the little like weights. That is so cute. I think that looks really good. So I'm going to take that. This guy. And let's run this through and see. That should do it. Yeah, I feel good amount of pressure there. I'm going to clean up my plates. I've been noticing that. I think it's my plates that leave little schmutz on my papers because my plates are kind of dirty. Oh my gosh, you guys. And look at that. Look at the texture it adds and just the difference it makes. Again, it was lovely background before, but this is just super cool. And so hopefully you can see on the back, excuse me. So just super cool. So much detail. Really lovely. But there you go. Look at this. All right. Yeah. This has to do the talking when you're doing something like this, and it looks so pretty, and I'm sure the black card base is really going to make those edges pop too and everything. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Okay, let's glue this down and then we'll move on. Okay, guys. Woo, this kind of cute thing. You can definitely pop up the whole background, you know. But I'm going to go ahead and lay it down flat, and then I'll have my lettering there, so, or sentiment. So just the glue, of course, at the very edges always. Some down the center. And then just pop that on my card base nice and centered, okay? Sorry, I'm going to take a moment to do that with you guys. And then wherever there's flatness on here, it's where I get the glue. And I'm just going to pop that down nice and centered. And it's gorgeous. I love this kind of tight matte layer. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so that, it looks amazing. I mean, this is so pretty. Look at the little weights. Like this one has 2, this one has like 1 detail, you know? Just really, really adorable. Love the way the clouds came out. I mean, look at this. So cute. Okay, so I think I'll do Bon Voyage, and I think I'm just gonna do the lettering in gold. I'll probably also run it through some white paper just to make it thicker so it has some oomph to it. And then I'm just going to stick them down. So not with the outside of the lettering, but I do love having that shadow option. It's always great. So Bon Voyage, again, I'll run it through some gold paper and then also through some white paper, and I'll be right back. Okay, so these letterings are just beautiful and delicate, just gorgeous. So let me show you. I'm like beautiful and delicate. I'm smacking it over here. Let's get this guy out. Come on, there we go. I'm just going to put some glue on the back of my hand and glue these two together, right? The top layer being the gold. And I'm going to put a little glue. These guys are delicate. Dip, 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 dip. And that glue, I did get some on the edge. Not my favorite, but that's all right. Okay. So again, with lettering, especially when it's delicate like this, I just start with one end, kind of work that, and then go across to make sure everything's lined up nicely. I do like the way it looks like drop shadow over the white, but right now I'm just trying to layer them one over the other. And I'll do the same thing with this. Okay, so, oh, that looks so pretty. I love the script on this. It just, look at how cute. Okay, so I am going to stick this down a little bit. Let me get some tape. Just to help me hold that down while I work with this. And again, just a little glue on the back of my hand. I'll get the Voyage, we'll get the Bon down. I was just thinking when I was doing this, I'm like, well, Miranda, somebody was watching a cartoon, and it's supposed to be like a little mouse that's a little bit, I don't know where he's supposed to be from, but he's like, Bon Voyage. He's from that. Okay, so I'm going to hold that down. Same thing with Bon, just put a little glue in the back of my hand, dip that, and hold that down too, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so let's check this out. I mean, just the colors, everything, I am just in love. This is so cute. So thanks for watching, guys. Again, these are available there on LDRS Creative's site. They are going to be presenting March 4th for the HSN Craft Day, the things they're bringing to HSN. I do also have those items to share with you, so keep an eye out for reviews of the rest of the items I have for their Daybreak collection, but also for the new items for HSN. So please keep an eye out for all those videos. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you'll check them out. So thanks for watching. Images coming up, links are in the description box, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.